that's that.
All right, so and there came a time where the frat just kind of
Fizzled.
fizzled, which and this ain't
That's
even
why we started the clothing line.
and
That's what he was talking about.
yeah,
That's why we started the clothing line, the CMC shit. Seeing them sell that merchandise, and then I picked up the CMC shit in Atlanta from my Detroit homies. Shout out to Detroit. It's a group called Doughboys Cash Out. They had a project called CMC, and they was screaming that shit. Chances make champions. Shout out to them. But go ahead. That's why we started the clothing line though.
right, okay.
Yeah.
And then so yeah, we did the clothing line. I think we did the Welcome to Woodstock too, right? We didn't do the CMC too. We did the Welcome to
We did
Woodstock
Welcome
too.
to Woodstock too. The CMC too. We didn't do that one either. I think
we were in the process.
Yeah, because we was making the Dirty Money Gang project at the same time, and some of those records went on that.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then really, I can't even say like what really happened.
I can. I'd rather not, but you know.
Right, yeah. I mean, ain't nothing necessarily.
Y'all niggas was acting funny as hell. These niggas was acting funny as hell, and I had to bail. No, I'm just bullshitting. You know, everything happens for a reason. Timing was everything. It was just time for us all to move around and go through what we went through, like in the midst of it. I think you and bro had like 2-3 kids in the midst of it. What's up, love? You and bro had like 2-3 kids in the midst of it.
That's what it was for me. Is I ended up having Ali around that time.
Yeah, it's just the focus.
And it was just,
and it wasn't. You know, I was growing. I had caught that case. I had caught another case, and then I was on probation, so I wasn't smoking and hanging out and shit no more. So you know, shit just changed up. It was just like
everybody kind of just fell back and did their own thing at the same time.
Yep.
It was almost like you said, it happens for a reason. It seemed like everything kind of
because I'm sure it's something that y'all was mad at. It's something that Worthy was mad at. It's something I was mad at. But now that we grown, you know what I'm saying, and just moving on, it just fizzled out. But you know, I love y'all, you and bro. You know what I'm saying.
Shit, we still working.
We're still working over here.
You know, took a
He's still working on his end as well.
Little hiatus from each other on the music note.
Yeah.
You know, but
always checked up. You know what I'm saying? But you know, everything happened for a reason. Now we back. Shout out to Worthy doing what he's doing down there with you.
Facts. And then so after that whole phase, because I mean people rocked with Woodstock like crazy everywhere. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Even if they didn't necessarily know you were Skull and he was Worthy, they at least Woodstock or some shit, right?
Yep.
You know, even if they didn't know the whole name, like or said it wrong, motherfuckers knew. You know, so what was the big move after that?
After Woodstock?
Yeah, because it got to a decent level.
Yeah.
You know, and then it
went downhill because we all fizzled out.
Right.
So after Woodstock, that's when the challenges. That's when it was like faith challenge. Like faith challenge after that. On probation, can't hustle, can't do no illegal hustles. Feel me? My daddy died on Thanksgiving. Then I caught a case maybe 6-7 months after my dad died. I'm going through that. Damn near becoming homeless from the frat. Had to find somewhere to stay. I got a wife and a daughter.
Because that was around the wintertime too, wasn't it?
Wintertime.
Because the summertime is when we had that little situation.
What?
That year.
What situation?
We was all posted at the crib in the morning. Everybody was around.
With the polices. Oh yeah, that was.
That was the day after your birthday.
Yep, day after my birthday, we got raided.
Yeah.
Frat. I said, man, it's just a studio. He said, yeah, I seen your little studio down there. I get another call, I'm gonna fuck your shit up. Like, oh shit.
It kind of seemed like from that point on, it just slowly.
I was the only person that had to flush his work. That's why I was mad at y'all. Everybody else had little secret compartments. I was the only nigga that had to start over. I had money, but I ain't had nothing else, did I? You remember that? I flushed everything. But you know, everything happened for a reason, man. And that happened. And then, like I said, it was a faith challenge. And I stopped hustling because the dude said that. And then we was fizzling out. I got my wife and my daughter looking at me like, what's next? Then I ended up getting a job at Harold's. In the midst of this time, I'm praying and asking for second chances and shit like that, right? So I'm asking for second chances, and I'm really trying to focus in. And I'm talking to and I'm she can come down. She can come down.
It's a dog.
She good. She can come down. So I'm where was I at, Tony?
Getting away from the frat and second
Getting away from the frat, second chances. So I bump into so bro used to work at the Heralds first, and he ended up losing the job. But in the first week, he trying to get me a job. Feel me? He ended up quitting by the time I get there. But by the time I get there, it's a different conversation. Me and the owner, which is Ulysses Chu, Mr. No Love, we sat down. We had a long talk before we even talked about a job. We was just brothers communicating. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, great communication, great brother. And he offered me a job at Harold's, and then I just focused in there. And I'm asking for second chances, and then I get this job. So now, so the thing about Mr. Chu, you know, like Mr. No Love, I go up to him like, you know, anybody rent any houses? And he's like, I got a crib. Here go the keys. Go check it out. I'm like, okay. And he's like, you want it? It's yours. I'm like, word? Like, yeah. Go over there, and it was really a house. You know how you said when you come in here it feel like a home? This was really a house.
Mm.
But it was a beat down house. So me and Danny was like, we was just coming from the frat. We didn't really have nothing. I think we was staying at my cousin crib in the basement type shit. You know what I'm saying? And I got the job. He offered me that crib, and I told him I'll pay what I can, all this other shit. So we go in, we paint the house up, turn it into a nice little cool house, and we stayed there maybe like 8 months. And in the midst of this, I'm like, so we stayed. We get this house, and now I'm like, I gotta start paying the lights, all this other shit. So I'm like, I'm about to go see if I can get another job on top of what I'm doing, because I ain't hustling no more. So I go to temp service. I go to this temp service, and when I walk in, this white girl named, I don't even remember her name, Amber. White girl named Amber is like, as soon as I walk in, she's like, Reese! I'm like, oh shit, Amber, what up? She's like, yo, Reese, how you been? Da, 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 da. And she's like the manager. She's like, dude, Whole Foods is hiring right now. I'm like, where? She like, I'm like, but I just caught this little case. She's like, dude, Whole Foods is hiring right now. I said, I smoke weed like all the time, you know, like I gotta take a picture. She said, dude, Whole Foods is hiring right now. I got you, da 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 da, right? So shorty look out for me, and they call me back. I get the job at Whole Foods, which is an organic food distribution center.
Once again.
Which is an organic food distribution center. Now, my very first job was Church's Chicken, like I told you at the beginning, right?
Right.
And then after that, my first real job in Atlanta was Tree of Life, which is an organic food distribution center.
So that chicken always leads you to something healthy.
Yeah, but when I was praying for that second chance, my first job coming out of that second chance was Harold's Chicken, and then the next one was Whole Foods, which is an organic food distribution center. Right. So when I say I asked for a second chance, I really asked for one and got a whole second chance. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So you know now,
you literally got a second chance in the exact same thing to what.
Yeah. So when I step in, I already got the skill. It's just cleaning and tightening back up. So when I step in, I'm already at star level. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's a blessing. That's a blessing, bro. It's a blessing that I've been able to make a full circle like that. Come right back with it.
So then. Yeah, now that I want to say about that, you just started doing some music videos and back recording around that time when you were at Harold's.
Yep.
So I remember seeing you had you did a whole, half a music video.
Hell yeah, I did one. I became a partner with my dude Twan, JT Rex, and Twan, JT Rex, now Jonesy. You know what I'm saying? We got a studio, DOL Music Studio on Broadway. So this was 4-5 years ago. We was just building it up, and we got the studio on Broadway, and we just started working. You know, I knew Twan since I was 13, some shit like that. When I first moved back to Gary type shit, I met Twan. So you know, I ended up becoming a partner up there at that studio, and it was right up the street from where I was living at the time. So you know, I would always go in there, and we still there today. Shout out to DOL Music. So that's how I continued to make music. You know what I'm saying? After that, like it always seemed to follow me.
Right.
And I changed my name from Riso to Skodala because I didn't think Riso was strong enough.
So where did the Skodala come from?
Bless you. So everywhere I would go, I would put Riso on the list, like my name, And when I would get on stage, they would be like, Ricio or Roscoe. I'd be like, so one day this girl called me Roscoe, and my homie Billy D. Williams was with me. He was like, Roscoe, Sko Dollar. Like, Sko Dollar, Sko. I took it. And then when I went to Atlanta, I just thought Riso wasn't strong enough. It just sounded young. Like, I've been holding that name since I was in like 4th grade.
I'm just happy you didn't turn to
We
like
talked about that earlier, though. I forgot to say it.
like a Lil Reese or Lil Reese or you know what I'm saying?
Too big. Sko Dollar just sounds strong.
Big Reese.
Just like
Big
a
Reese
right.
type shit. You funny as shit.
Just like, you know, like that's why I think which naturally happened like Lil Wayne. People don't really necessarily call Lil Wayne no more.
Call Weezy.
Weezy or Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne.
You know what I'm saying? You really don't put that Lil because I mean he's still little, but
Yeah, I never was
you know
a little.
he looked like he about 80.
Yeah, but the homies would be like Lil Riso over there, Lil Riso, and I went by Riso like when I came. Like, so a lot of people like the El Nitties, like shout out to El Nitty. El Nitty called me Riso. You know what I'm saying? That's what he know me from.
Yeah.
They call
Yeah,
me
anytime
Riso.
I've been around him,
Every single time we around, what he call me? He don't call me Sko. He don't call me Sko, but you know, I made my name. I made the name Sko just as much as I did for Riso. So
that's kind of like how I know how long you've known somebody.
depending on
By what they call you.
Yep. Very true.
Yeah. Yeah, I never really like paid attention to it, but it's
So
always
now,
been up there.
Yep.
That's crazy. But what type of are you working on current projects?
Current projects, I can't really say. So I've been working on this project called Broadway Blues for maybe 4 years now.
Facts.
I probably recorded about 50 songs within these 4 years.
Facts.
Over 50 songs, and maybe 8 of them is probably Broadway Blues structured for that type shit. I know it sounds like